The example of unsuccessful M&A is the Tata Steel's acquiring Corus. Tata Steel is the first steel manufacturing company in India, which was founded in 1907. Since 1991, when Indian government changed its protective economic policy, the company made aggressive and innovative change in organizational structure to obtain competitiveness. As a result, in 2005 and 2006, the company was the most competitive company in steel manufacturing industry in the world. However, the company experienced huge downfall due to failure of M&A. In 2006, the domestic rival company of Tata Steel, Mittal, made the biggest scale of M&A in the history of steel manufacturing industry by acquiring Arcelor. To follow its competitor in scale, the president of Tata Group, Ratan Tata, decided to acquire big Western European steel manufacturer, the Corus. This is where Tata Steel made mistakes. Without considering the way to bring higher future value, the company made plans for the M&A too rapidly. The Tata Steel's way of M&A followed the same way that Tata Tea, the other company in Tata Group, acquired British tea manufacturing company Tetley. Thus, the company's strategy was not fit to the M&A between the steel manufacturing companies. Followed by this wrong strategy, the company made another mistake in setting the mode of acculturation and how to set the cultural identity after the M&A. While Corus was having a great problem in organizational structure and revenue structure, Tata Steel had a wrong thought that Corus had a great level of efficiency in organizational structure, profitability, and advanced technology. Thus, Tata Steel expected the positive effect on them by completely preserving the existing structure and boards of Corus. Therefore, no specialists and related personnel was sent to a quiet firm for 2 years, and Corus kept its operation with same CEO and board members. The idea of separating the two firms was not fit in this M&A case. Instead of preserving the organizational structure and its culture, Tata Steel should have set the different strategy in acculturation and setting the cultural identity. It took 3 years for Tata Steel to figure out their mistake and fix the problem. For the early phase of the M&A, the company's acquiring British firm was symbolized as economic development of India. The Indian media were even described this event as reverse colonization. The company's mindset on this M&A wasn't different to how the Indian media were thinking. Not with the idea of globalization and innovative advance in business, the company's leaders were thinking and acting under the patriotism and excessive confidence. Thus, without the consideration of the corporation's resource capability and objective idea about the competitiveness in the international market, the company walked into the global market with traditional mindset. This made the company carry out the M&A irrationally and with the preserved weaknesses of the acquired company and acquiring company. Tata Steel experienced great disaster in their business during the global economic recession and perfect storm in European economy. The leaders of the Tata Group and Tata Steel didn't understand the complexity of economy and importance of setting competitive plan for the company's future.
General Electric announces a proposed sale of its appliance division to the Chinese company Haier. Now, the deal was officially announced this morning as it was worth $5.4 billion. Of course, it's subject to regulatory approval. Mark Vanderhoff has been following this story this morning and joins us live from Appliance Park. Mark, what does this mean, of course, for GE workers?
Well, Colin, Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher says that there shouldn't be any major threat that any jobs are going to be moved to China or elsewhere. He says that a company doesn't pay this kind of money, $5.4 billion, just to move an entire operation overseas. Haier is a Chinese company that sells appliances all over the world, but has little presence in the U.S. They say they will keep the GE brand and keep the appliance division headquarters in Louisville. GE had another deal to sell the appliance division to Electrolux, a Swedish company, but federal antitrust regulators forced GE to abandon that deal. Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher says the Haier deal is more likely to be approved because they aren't already selling appliances in the U.S. like Electrolux is. And he's not worried about the loss of jobs given the $5.4 billion price tag.
The folks that really have produced that value are the leadership team and the entire workforce out at Appliance Park. So smart acquirers know that, and they build on those strengths. So, and the fact that Haier has less than a 1% market share in the United States with appliances indicates that there's really not moving Appliance Park lines around the country to Haier facilities doesn't make any sense because they don't exist.
And Colin, you mentioned that the announcement came out this morning. A company spokesperson told me it was announced at 2:30 a.m. here at Appliance Park. That would have been during the third shift. This Appliance Park employs 6,000 people, and GE Appliances employs 12,000 people in all in the U.S. Live at Appliance Park, Mark Vanderoff, WLKY News.
Haier was founded in 1984, headquartered in Guangzhou, China. Haier Group Corporation is a Chinese collective manufacturer, consumer electronics, and home appliance company which designs, develops, manufactures, and sells products including air conditioning, mobile phones, computers, microwave ovens, washing machine, refrigerator, and televisions. Haier had the world's largest market share in white goods for 6 consecutive years, with 10.2% retail volume market share before 2014. General Electric Appliance is one of the largest appliance brands in the United States, headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky. GE manufactures appliances under the brand of GE, Profile, Cafe Monogram, and Hotpoint. In 2017, GE had 14% market share in the home appliance market in the United States. GE failed to sell to Electrolux, a Swedish appliance manufacturer and the second largest consumer appliance manufacturer after Whirlpool Corporation, because the United States Department of Justice filed a lawsuit to terminate the deal of concerns that acquirer would like to take over 90% of the market for kitchen appliance in the United States. In other words, the price of GE home appliance would increase. On June 6, 2016, Haier acquired GE for $5.6 billion. Why successful? China leading home appliance market, Haier said on Saturday, in global revenue increased 20% year to year, 241.9 billion yuan. It's approximately $37.2 billion in 2017, thanks to its expanding share in the high-end market. GE Appliance, which Haier acquired early 2017, reported its best results in the past decade, with an executive annual revenue growth of 6.6% and profit growth of 22.4%. Haier sales revenue rise by 20% in 2017, recorded to ChinaDaily.com. Haier, as acquired, was willing to allow independence to GE. As a result of M&A, GE headquarters remain in Louisville, Kentucky, USA. Haier also respected the trust of GE Talent's management team and enabling companies to carry out their daily work under the leadership of existing senior management teams and maintain independent operations. The independent operations of GEA does not mean completely separate from Haier. On the contrary, in order to ensure implementation of the various system of the board of directors, Haier established the 3 business coordinator committees for procurement, research and development, the supply chain respectively, and allowed them to achieve self-operation. Later on, they set up management coordinator committees on these departments. Haier culture holds similar theory as Semic's way, which Haier advocates cultural fusion rather than governance. Haier balance well on the flow of cultural elements because neither of them dominate each other. Haier's synergy based on 2 principles. First, to undertake market goals to further enhance the value of GEA brand assets and its brand volatility. Second, to maximum creativity for GE outstanding team. In January 2016, Haier has signed a cooperation agreement with GE. Now 6 projects cooperation have begun, such as Connected Factory, GE Medical Equipment and Finance. Haier is using domestic network in all above aspects. The current progress is good.